Hello there, this is James and you're watching Tixee Live. And a very good afternoon to all of you, and all of you a very happy Friday. In today's program, I want to have just a brief chat about how we seem to be ending the week with a bit of risk on appetite and why that could possibly be. Plus, a sort of recap of what a week we've had, because it's been a bit of a week, hasn't it? So a recap on that as well. But before I get into all of that, don't forget these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence, and of course know the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out the way, let's get started. So like I was saying, we seem to be ending the week with a bit of risk on, risk on appetite. And you can really see this in particular with one of the most risky assets to trade. And that, of course, is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is pure risk on. And it's actually surged past $20,000 level. Don't forget, at the beginning of the week, I was talking about it, being pressured, and under pressure. Was under 20, it was trading around 19,600, and it broke through that, went down to around about 18, the high 18,000 level, and then now it's surged back. In fact, the biggest currency today has risen by more than 7% from the previous close. And if it can hold on to its gains, it would be its secondly weekly rise. Okay, so we started off really bad, risk off, really suffering, pure dollar strength, fear, but now we've got a little bit of risk on appetite. So I want to talk about why that could possibly be. As well as that, Ether, the second biggest cryptocurrency, also increased today by about 5%. But anyway, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin on the market at the moment. Let's have a quick look at it. So as you can see, it's currently trading, like I said, at the beginning of the week, just yesterday, it was challenging that support level of $18,438. Now it's on the 7th. That's just literally 2 days ago. Then after that, obviously there was this key area of interest I was watching, $20,355, which is now broken through. It's currently trading now at $21,035. And obviously the next area I'm watching is 21,937 as a next potential resistance. But yeah, like I say, it's pure risk on appetite, and you can really see that with Bitcoin surge. We spoke about it this morning as well. Obviously, we said about that, how the dollar was down against the sterling, against the euro, and the yen was bouncing back a little bit. Now, obviously, the dollar's trying to fight back a little bit. It's still slipped. It's still fighting back a little bit, but we'll have a look again. I'll pull up on my charts in a minute, and again in a minute. But we are still seeing stronger yen on the back of potential or expectation of potential intervention by the Bank of Japan. Sterling is still currently holding on to its gains, due to the fact that obviously there's a little bit of hype about Liz Truss's energy plan. And like I said this morning, Bill Gross has announced he's long on the sterling because he thinks it's ready to explode. And obviously the euro is still trading above parity. So again, at the beginning of the week, dollar strength, we had sterling under pressure, euro under pressure, 24-year high with the dollar yen, close to hitting the 145 bracket with the dollar yen. That's all changed. But what's the reason for this? What is the general consensus? Why we've had a bit of risk on appetite? Well, look, I've explained the reasons why we've got a little bit of a boost with the sterling. The euro, okay, we've had a bit more aggressive talk from other ECB members of 75 basic point rate hike. I really think the reason why we're seeing a little bit of dollar weakness, a little bit of confidence in the market at the moment, and that can all change like that, is because I think we've got a bit of a blackout coming up. What I mean by that, we've got a period of time now where there's not going to be many Fed members talking or doing speeches or sharing their opinions. It's going to be a bit of a blackout. So I think the market's taking advantage of that at the moment. That's my feeling about it. I think they're taking advantage, but that can all change next week. And I'll tell you why, because we've got some key events coming up, which I'll share with you in a minute. But let's have a quick look at the market. As well as that, the only one that doesn't seem to be benefiting from the slight risk on appetite or slight dollar weakness is gold. Despite the fact that we had a drop in bond yields as well. US bond yields, it's fallen slightly. But gold is the only one not benefiting. But we'll have a look at that as well. But let's pull up the chart and have a quick look. Let's start off with the dollar yen. The dollar yen, as I can say, look, this is on a daily. Let's look at 30 minutes. It's a bit more dramatic. You see that the dollar's tried to fight back, but it's still, because of that anticipation that the BOJ will jump in and will intervene, it's currently trading at 142.45. So we were so close to getting to the 145 handle. We really were. But then the BOJ obviously started to, members of the BOJ, members of the government started talking about how they're prepared to do anything to prevent the yen from, any further decrease in the yen. We have seen dollar weakness. I also think, again, like I say, I think it's more dollar weakness than more than the BOJ saying that stuff. I think it's a bit of this. I said again this morning as well. Here's the thing. This is just talk at the moment. BOJ is not doing anything. So do I think the trend's over with the dollar yen? No, I don't personally, but that's just my opinion. It's not advice, of course. I still think we could see further dollar strength later down the line because, like I said with this, the Bank of Japan is just saying stuff. They're not actually doing anything. And at the same time, we have two totally different central banks. So again, like I say, enjoy it while let's try this risk appetite or risk on appetite where we can. Euro, same thing. Okay, had a bit of a bounce. The dollar's tried to fight back a little bit, but it's done better. It's going to end the week slightly higher or slightly in a better mood than it ended the week last week, or how it started it. Currently trading at 1.00497. Realistically, where I see it, we need to stay above this level here, because then we can possibly test this level here, and then we can possibly test where I can potentially see another level at 1.019009 as a potential area of interest. Sterling, like I said, I explained why the sterling is done. It's done better. It's done better today. It's obviously there's other factors going on with the sterling. Not that it's got anything to do with the sterling's strength today, but like I said, it's obviously hope on the trusts. Liz Truss new PM's energy project or energy proposals. Obviously, Bill Gross wanting to buy or going long on the sterling. Again, I think this might be short-lived again as well, because I said I can't really see this trend changing. To be totally honest, I can still, there's still so many factors under it, really, realistically. And as you can see, if we can do a quick trend line there. Those of you who joined me for my little hashtag Ask James, I was doing trend lines today. That's around here, it's still got a little bit of a way to go till we can really see that this downtrend is changed. And like I said, gold, before we move on to gold, S&P 500. Yeah, there again, we see risk appetite. It's the third day of gains for the S&P 500. So we are ending the week with risk on appetite, which is nice and refreshing. Key level for it, next key level I see, 4,099 points. Gold, like I said, is the only one realistically who hasn't really benefited from the dollar weakness. It hovered around the beginning of the session around the $1,726 level. It's currently trying to fight back, $1,716, but realistically, again, it need to break. It hovered around that level, but hasn't broken it. We need to break cleanly through $1,726 for it to really have a proper bullish move upwards. But yeah, what a week though. What a week we've had. What a week. We started off the week asking the question, who's going to be the UK's new Prime Minister? And then on Tuesday, we found out it was Liz Truss, who we all expected. Excuse me. Then what did we have? We had a little bit of a boost in the sterling on her energy proposals. Like I said, was going to be full. What's the word I was trying to? I lost my train of thought. It was going to be short-lived, which it was. But obviously, the sun's come back a little bit now, but it was short-lived. Then we had the ECB raise interest rates by 75 basic points, which was, wasn't a surprise of the market, to be honest, because we were anticipating that. But, you said to me 2 months ago, the ECB is going to raise the interest rates by 75 basis points. I would have said you're pulling my leg, but they did. We saw a little bit of a euro strength, but then we saw euro drop back down again because we had the two speeches by Lagarde and Powell happening at the same time, which confused the market. And then obviously we had yesterday's very sad news, which of course has dominated the market's mind and everybody else's mind, especially if you're a Brit. But and actually that has had straight away has had an impact. In fact, Bank of England was supposed to have its meeting next week, discuss interest rates, but that's actually been postponed and pushed back. And then actually you can come to expect that there will be a number of events postponed and pushed back after obviously the news of the passing of Her Majesty the Queen. So yeah, that has straight away had an impact. But anyway, despite that, there is a number of big events coming up next week. We have UK climate count. That's still going to be announced at the moment. To my knowledge, it might change. UK unemployment, Germany CPI, US CPI, UK CPI, US retail sales, UK retail sales, US consumer sentiment. So some big events. Don't forget, I will let you know what watch along I'll probably do. It's probably going to have to be, hands up, what thing do you think I'm going to do? It's got to be the US CPI, because that's potentially massive. How had the number that comes in? Wow, we could see this happy feeling or the risk on appetite we have at the moment totally disappear. If it comes in a high reading, that's just going to fuel the market's thoughts into thinking the Fed is going to be really aggressive on their interest rate decision on the 21st. So yes, US CPI, I'd probably most likely be doing a watch along for that event because potentially it could be massive. The market, as it currently stands, like I say, positive. FTSE in the green, 1.47%. CAC's currently trading 1.21% higher, and Euro Stock 50 currently trading 2.06% higher. So the market ends with a sort of risk on appetite at the moment. But like I say, that can all change. I really do think US CPI, depending what the reading that could be, change everything. It could change all this happy feeling at the moment. But anyway, let's see. Don't forget, you can ask me questions anytime you wish, or just simply say hello. Or share with me your opinion on what you think about the market. Okay, not a problem. Don't forget, if you think of a question later, you can put it in the comment section, either on Facebook and YouTube. I will see them and I will reply to them next time I go live on air, which of course will be Monday at 8 a.m. UTC, followed by my 2 p.m. UTC broadcast, which will cover the US session. And next week, don't forget, I will announce the watch along. It's got to be the US CPI. It can't be anything else. It's got to be that, hasn't it? US CPI. And plus, I'll be doing a new hashtag Ask James episode again next week. Don't forget, you can make suggestions for that hashtag Ask James episodes. Whatever topic you want me to cover, just put it in the, tell me here, or put it in the comment section. I see, and I'll do a specialized video of hashtag Ask James episode just on that topic. On that note, okay, if there's no questions, all I have to say then, if you're watching me on Facebook and you've enjoyed this little episode, give us a follow. If you're watching me on YouTube and enjoyed this little episode, subscribe if you like, hit the notification button so you know next time I'm going live. If you enjoyed this video, give us one of these. It's nice to know that you like what I do. And all I have left to say is, can I wish every single one of you a safe and fantastic weekend as well. On that note, don't forget, till next time, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research and do your own due diligence. And of course, there are risks at hand before entering any trade. Till next time, every single one of you, trade safe.